Hang on, I had a joke and I couldn't distribute it. Hey, by the way, how much room do you need for a fungus to grow? You need about this much room. What is up, my movie fanatics? And I am so freaking excited right now. I'm actually in my car. I'm leaving work. And today's the day, guys, for the most anticipated horror movie. I've been waiting for this since, I don't even know when they announced this or when they talked about remaking this movie, and that is it. Guys, it's Stephen King September. You know, this is my second video that you guys were guaranteed me doing. I'm going to do an It review. If you know anything about me or my channel, I never do reviews because, one, I'm just not that good at it, and I never know what to say. It's just not my style. But this movie really means a lot to me, like Stephen King means a lot, so I'm really excited to go into this movie. But anyway, so I'm going right now to go pick up Jesse. We're going to give you guys a full review, and I'm headed there now. I cannot wait to see it. I'll see you guys at the theater.
A few inches later.
Here we go. We're going. Look, she's already there with her popcorn. You excited? Yeah, she's excited. I dragged her out at night, so. All right, well, guys, we'll see you in a little bit.
2 hours later.
What is going on, guys? We are back from seeing It. It is very late, so we're going to make this quick. Before she turns into It, she needs her beauty sleep. Ha 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 ha. All right, so what'd you think of it?
Loved it.
Loved it?
Yes.
I loved it too, you guys.
It was creepy.
Real quick, before we get into talking about this movie, we do more talking styles versus actually reviewing. I looked, the last time we reviewed a movie was, I think the Lego movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's the last, because I don't, yeah, whatever. But anyway, no spoilers. There will be no spoilers at all in this review, and also we are not going to compare this to the original TV series. We're not going to do it. I think if you do compare it with the TV series, you're just going to find reasons to nitpick each one, and I just want this movie to stand alone and be the awesome movie that it is. First off, the kids. Let's start with the kids.
I loved them.
Loved. These kids.
They were all really good.
I mean, I thought their acting performances were phenomenal. But they also had a great chemistry together. All the kids, it almost felt like the Losers Club was a legit thing. Like, it was a real friendship, that bond. And I felt like a kid watching this. Like, I could remember myself hanging out with my best friends. That pact that you guys make, like, thick and thin will be there for each other. The dynamic between the Losers Club was just amazing. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, I agree.
So pace-wise of this movie, I thought it was paced perfectly. I thought that it was, what's the word I'm looking for? It needed to, there was moments that it slowed down, but it needed to slow down to explain, to give backgrounds of the kids, their families, all that good stuff, which I really, really liked the detail. There was a lot of detail in this movie. And you couldn't really get enough of the detail. I kind of, like, you would see like a snippet of somebody's family and then you'd be like, I want more, I want to know more. And then they would go to 3 other kids and they would come back to, you know, Georgie or somebody, and you were like, oh, this is great. It knew how to lock you in without, I guess, going off of the curve and explaining too much. I thought that they added just the perfect amount of information when they needed to. And it wasn't slow. I mean, it was slow, but there were slow moments, but it was appropriate, if that makes any sense at all. I'm going to let Jessie take this one. She's a modern horror gal. You love modern horror movies. You love The Insidiouses. You love Sinister. You love Dark Skies. You love all these movies that are more modern horror. Did you see any of the cliche stuff that you see in modern horror movies, like jump scares? Like,
very few.
Very few. Yeah. And that, for me, because I like the old school stuff, I like the practical effects, I can respect this movie so much more because there was no cliches. There wasn't crappy jump scares. There wasn't those moments where you have the real loud music and then, like, build, 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 and then, like, nothing happens. Or, like, build, 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 and then here's your cheesy jump scare. I don't know.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was, though, like the modern. Just not a lot of jump scares.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of modern stuff to it, which I really liked. But, like, the use of CGI was amazing in this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I meant, I guess, by, like, modern.
Yeah, the CGI looked fantastic. I don't know, it just wasn't, it had that modern feel, but it also had that old school feel as well, which I really respect about this movie so much. I mean, it was more, it relied more on the creepy factor and the suspense than it relied on actually jump scaring you, loud music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Jesse said, there was jump scares, but very appropriate.
Yeah.
And when they were needed. Like, I'm all for jump scares, but I don't want a jump scare every 8 minutes.
It did a really good job of, like, creeping you out, though.
Creeping you out is an understatement.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Bill Skarsgård and his performance as Pennywise.
Well, I mean, I loved it. I loved Pennywise. I loved everything.
He's so dark and sinister, but yet he's funny. There's some moments where he does something that kind of makes you smile, and you're like, he's being a clown. He's being Pennywise.
Oh yeah, they definitely put the
childish humor into it.
Yeah.
Like what a clown would do.
Yeah.
Like that is another thing too. There was a lot of appropriate funny humor moments too that I really enjoyed. Like you had with the group, like, you know, going back to the group, but inside jokes and things like that. The
kids were funny.
Yeah, Pennywise was funny.
Yeah.
But so dark and so sinister. It was freaking sane how scary he was. There were some moments that really just made the hair on your back of your neck stand. Did you feel like it was too long?
No.
I
not at all.
It felt short.
Actually, yeah, for it being, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that. It just proves it's a good movie.
Yeah,
You can sit there for 2.5 hours and not be bored at all. I have no complaints.
I don't have any. I mean, if you had to, let's just give the viewer. If you had to, is there anything bad out of this?
That's what I mean. I have no.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad. I have no. It was good, but.
Yeah, there's.
I mean?
Like if we would, the way I look at it is, if we would give it something bad, we would literally have to nitpick it, and I don't want to nitpick it. Right. I'm not those kind of people. I go in to either enjoy it or I don't. So overall, this movie was so dark. It was so evil. It was so like I said, it made the hairs on the back of your neck stand. But it was also fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. There was good humor, and it kind of really, for me personally, I related a lot to this movie. You know, friends, family.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, it really made you. It locks you from the very first Georgie scene. It locks you and you're hooked, and that's all I wanted from this movie. What would you rate this? How many balloons? You gotta go.
Out of 5?
Out of 5 red balloons.
At least 4.5.
I would give it 4.5 easily.
Yeah, I mean,
like we're talking like Five Guys is like a masterpiece.
right.
So a 4.5 is for a horror movie. This is everything that I love and want out of a horror movie.
Because I can't wait now. I want to see the rest of it.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this rare occasion of doing a review. You don't see many on this channel, so you know how much this movie as a whole and Stephen King means to me just by me doing it. If you like this video and you want to see more content, like it, click that thumbs up, lets me know you're enjoying it. If you like movies as much as I do, click that subscribe button. I'm always looking for more people to talk movies with, and as always, everybody,
Take care and happy watching.